In this video, we're going to be going over how you can tell whether a company is real or a scam. I've been getting a lot of questions about this through DM and people sending me different companies and saying, hey, can you check whether this is a real company or not? And so I decided to make this video on how you can tell for yourself. And it's fairly simple. I've brought some examples with me here today that we'll be going over of real life companies, some fake, some real, mainly real, but let's go over them right now. I'm gonna switch to my computer screen. Why is the lighting kind of better here? Okay, anyway, the first company that we're going to be looking at is Choco Entertainment. I've done an audition tutorial for them right here, but basically a lot of people are asking whether this is a real company or not, and this one is, I guess, on the easier side to tell whether it's real or not. But let's just go on to their website because that's the number one clue. The number one clue is going to be, do they have a legit website? This website looks pretty legit to me. They've got all of the necessary things that a K-pop audition company needs in their website. And you can also tell if you just click on their homepage that the link is a legit link instead of like at wix.com or something sketchy like that where it doesn't seem legit. I mean, not that wix.com is sketchy, just the fact that it's not an actual domain that they own. And then the other way that you're going to tell, which is I think also pretty easy, is the email. Do they have a legit email or not? Like, is it at gmail.com? Then you might be a little bit suspicious about it. Or is it an actual domain that they own? So this one, they actually have the domain choco.ltd, which is legit. And in this case, they also have a physical location on their map, which is nice. Some small companies will actually keep this hidden, or they don't have a legit physical address because they move from time to time, things like that. Also for emails, some companies do use gmail.com, but I would say just don't audition for that because what's the point of having a company if you're not even gonna have a real email? You know what I mean? Okay, so that is the two main clues to tell whether a company is real or not: the actual website and then the email that they use. And then honestly, if you just scroll through their Instagram and see what they have on their Instagram page, it's pretty easy to tell that this is an actual company. They do a bunch of different auditions and all their graphics look pretty legit as well. So it's honestly more so about vibes than anything else. But let's move on to the next company where it might be a little bit harder to tell. I've been getting some DMs about this company too, Innovate Entertainment. So they're actually not a K-pop company. It says that they're a US-based company if you go on their website, which is innovate.com. So they're a legit company as well. You can tell from that. In their contact, you can see that they have a contact page, but I think there was an email there as well. Oh yes, here, auditions@innovate.com. I guess I can just quickly go through how to audition for this because I don't think I've ever made a video on them. So it's a global audition. They're making a US-based girl group, not a K-pop group. So the qualification is anyone older than 17 years old, no restrictions on gender or nationality. The categories that you can apply for are vocal, rap, dance, and then songwriter/producer. What you need to submit to them is your name, age, phone number, contact info, social media, and country. And then also include a headshot and a full body photo. And then include the audition video or videos that are at least 45 seconds long, and then you can send it to this email address. So we've already got the two bare minimums down, the website and then the email. So we know that it's legit, but you can kind of tell from the graphics that it also pretty much seems legit. And that's it. Like, honestly, their website is a little bit more on the simple side, but that doesn't really mean anything, right? Okay. The next company that we're going to be going for is Allele, right? That's how to pronounce it? Entertainment. Now, their graphics are a little bit more sketchy, I would say, but they're looking for males born from 2000 to 2006. But I'm not sure if the audition is still open because I don't know. They don't specify a specific timeline. They have pre-debut groups, so you can tell that from the link tree that they have. So they're called Rewind, and they also share like playlists from their trainees as well. So it's very easy to see if a company is legit or not based on the fact that they have an actual pre-debut group and they're real life people, as you can see here. They post their trainees and like what they're up to and stuff like that. Honestly, I don't know who would keep up to those. Like, why would you be a fan of someone just through photos? I don't know. I don't really know. But basically, that's the easiest way. They actually have auditions as well. You can see, like, let's say America audition, and then click onto this. You can fill out this form for their audition. Okay, I mean, Google Form also, I would like to mention that although it seems like it would be fake, but a lot of big companies use it because it is the easiest way to collect information. So it's not a suspicious way of doing things or a cheap way of collecting auditions. Okay, so the next one is, I have a bunch of examples here. So the next one is they connect them. And honestly, all of these entertainments, the reason why I chose it is because they have like less followers, I guess. So I guess that's why some people might be wondering whether it's a legit company or not. But I assure you that really has nothing to do with, you know, the legit factor of the company. Okay, we're going to go on to their audition. So they have an ongoing audition, males born after 2005. And oh yeah, the email here is also legit. They have at theconnectum.world. We're going to the next one, which is, I mean, you can kind of guess it's fake. So actually what I did was I went through my following list and searched up entertainment, and a lot of them are going to be like fake companies, but like not in a bad way. Like they genuinely tell you that it's a fake company. So like it says DM to join the company and click the link in the bio, and you can see that the graphics are not really like, you know, from an actual company. You can see more here. So just scrolling through, they don't have a website, they don't have an email, obviously not a real company. And then next, this one is also kind of a similar thing, except you've got more proof here. Also, you can see that like they have a lot of followers, like more than other companies that we've looked at, right? However, it's still fake. Gmail.com, you can see that it is not a legit domain, and also you'll see that they're using pictures just from online. Like this is clearly not their photo, and just like photos like this is obviously not their photo. And now okay, let's get off the computer screen now. So now let's kind of skip the timeline and go into, let's say you've passed the audition for a smaller company and you're not still really sure whether you want to trust them or not. Well, in that case, you would have to kind of sense the vibes. Like, do they send you a contract? Does the contract seem legit? Or are there some factors in the contract that seem a bit weird or disagreeable, or doesn't seem like it's a part of the typical K-pop contract? And a lot of people aren't familiar with a typical K-pop contract, which is totally okay. A lot of those are not supposed to be public and they aren't public, and every company has different contracts, but the main thing that you want to look out for is that they're not asking you for money. Like let's say in the payments clause section of the contract they ask you to pay for all of the expenses like on the spot. That's like really suspicious. Like it's a little bit less suspicious if they ask for it, like let's say after you call it quits and leave the company, then they ask you to pay. Sure, some K-pop companies do have that kind of rule, which is odd, but if they ask you to pay for lessons like right away, that is going to be weird. Most K-pop companies are going to fund your training. That's the whole point of you becoming a trainee. They're providing every expense that is related to training, so lesson costs, like let's say you have like different outfits for monthly evaluations, they're going to pay for that as well. And if you're getting like professionally styled or makeup, all of that is funded by the company. So if there is part of your contract where they're asking you for money that is not legit, if there's like more money involved later down the road, that is something that you have to decide for yourself and see whether that's something that you want to agree with or not. But I don't think that can necessarily tell you whether it's a scam or not, because they're initially funding you and then like last minute you decide to leave the company and they're like, oh, then you need to pay up. That kind of makes sense, right? But right away, no. Let's say in the second round they want to see more material from you, and if that's like out of the ordinary, like they're not asking for your typical vocal rap dance videos, that should be a little bit suspicious, just because that is weird. And for an entertainment company to be asking you a bunch of odd things, like videos specifically, that are not just singing and dancing, you need to be suspicious of that. And I think that's like pretty common sense, but just in case, I wanted to let you guys know. But that is pretty much it. I think it's fairly simple. Email and website, I've been repeating that so many times, is the basic thing that you need to have. And then also afterwards, if you still don't trust them, just go with the vibes. Does their Instagram scream like, oh, this is fake to you, or does it seem like they're a legit company, like a small company trying to grow and genuinely making a group out of it? The companies that I showcased today, you can audition for those if you fit in the criteria. Let me know if you have any specific questions regarding those, or just questions in general about seeing whether a company is real or not. But that is pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.